one more day, just one more day. These were the words that resonated through my gaming room just about every single night during my Stardew Valley binge. If you've been living under a rock, Stardew Valley is a farming sim first released in 2016 on Steam. Now I'm no stranger to farming RPGs. Harvest Moon managed to steal countless hours of my childhood. But what I wasn't expecting is how damn addictive Stardew Valley soon became. Marketing it as digital crack would have been a perfectly accurate way to promote this beast. I understand that without having played this game or any other farming sims, it may be a little difficult to understand how planting crops could be so addictive, but Stardew Valley is so much more than that. There is so much to do, so many things to work towards, so much variety, so much reward for putting time into this game. Hopefully this review will give you some idea about why you should grab a hoe and plow her into the mud. Let's get into it. I started up this bad boy during a 14-hour flight across the globe, expecting to dig some holes, plant some crops, then attempt to fall asleep for the remainder of my long, cramped, smelly flight. Except that's not what happened. For some strange reason, as soon as I booted up my Switch and plugged it into the USB charger, I arrived at my destination. It was one of those crazy WTF moments. I swear, I have never had 14 hours go so fast in my life. You start off by creating a character, choosing a farm layout, and picking a pet that does absolutely nothing but get in your way. Much to the disgust of my crazy cat lady wife, I chose the dog. As far as the story goes, essentially you're stuck in a boring, repetitive 9-to-5 job and your life is going nowhere. This is when you open up a letter from your granddad. Before he died, he passed it on to you saying that if you ever feel crushed by the burden of modern life, read this letter. What's in the letter? A deed to his farm. So the main character quits his job and sets out for a better life as a farmer in Stardew Valley. Alrighty, here comes the hard part of the review, trying to go over everything you can do in Stardew Valley. Your character wakes up at 6 AM every morning to the sound of an annoying rooster. What you decide to do between 6 AM and 2 AM, which is the latest time you can stay up without collapsing on the spot, is entirely up to you. We'll start with farming. Each month will probably involve buying seeds, preparing your land, planting the seeds, watering them every day, then waiting for them to produce food, which you'll then sell to make cash. There are loads of different crops to grow and they all vary in the time it takes for them to produce a product, so carefully planning this is crucial to maximize your profit. I'll also mention that the whole look and vibe of the town also changes, with some brilliant music to reflect each season. Winter, for example, becomes way too snowy and cold, meaning that your crops won't grow. During this time you may want to focus on your barn animals. As expected, these animals will produce products like milk, eggs and wool, which can make you a little bit of cash, but if you want to roll in the big bucks, you could instead convert these basic products to cheese and mayo, provided you have crafted the required equipment. Then there's fishing. You could choose to focus your time on becoming a fisherman and catching the massive variety of fish in the Stardew Valley world. The mechanics used to catch the fish work well, but I personally found it way too difficult to catch all of the fish varieties without a guide, and I hated this. I mean, some fish only appear in certain seasons, in a certain spot, at a certain time, during certain weather conditions. I do not have that much time on my hands. Stardew Valley also has a few RPG elements. By continually foraging, fishing, farming, battling and mining, you'll slowly build up your skills to make them more efficient. For instance, a higher fishing skill will increase the size of the gauge used to catch fish, therefore making catching the tougher fish much easier. At level 5 and 10 there are also perks that you can select, which allows for further customization based on your playstyle. Everything I've just mentioned is only just scratching the surface. Stardew Valley is huge and the options it gives you is truly commendable. Farming is a massive part of Stardew Valley, as you would expect, being a farming sim and all. However, farming is really just the tip of the iceberg. While Stardew Valley never ends, at the start of the third year you'll receive an evaluation based on how you perform during the first 2 years. This includes money made from selling your products plus a bunch of other factors. Relationships with the town's citizens is a huge factor here. By completing missions for them and discovering their likes and dislikes, you'll not only unlock a series of cutscenes for each of the characters, but they'll also provide you with some benefits such as recipes or other items. You can even choose a citizen to date, celebrate, marry, and eventually have children with. Combat is another huge factor here. There are various locations in the game that require you to whip out your shiny sword and battle your way down large multi-leveled mines. While the combat is a very simple hack and slash style, it was still loads of fun destroying monsters, hunting high and low for precious materials, and making my way to the depths of each dungeon. But perhaps my biggest incentive to wake up every morning was to rebuild the town's community centre. By gathering sets of required items, produce, and other materials, you'll earn a number of significant rewards. The sense of accomplishment is massive here. For instance, one reward rebuilds the bridge, which provides you with access to the quarry, a great location to gather resources. There is so much variety in Stardew Valley. It goes far beyond simply farming. Every day I was finding out more and more about the game, uncovering its secrets and earning nice rewards that would make my farming life easier. But does it get repetitive? For the most part, surprisingly no. It was as addictive as hell. However, all good things must come to an end, and after the 2-year mark, which took me about 60 to 70 hours, I was done, ready to move on to another RPG. But fear not, I'll be cranking this out again and giving the multiplayer feature a shot, which allows you to have all the same fun with up to 3 friends. I heard that Stardew Valley was addictive, but I wasn't prepared to experience its ability to delete dozens of hours of my life in what felt like a blink of the eye. And this is the greatest thing about the game, its ability to offer so much variety with so much reward for your actions. I felt that I always had something to strive for and that I was making progress every single day. Put this incredible gameplay into a beautifully presented world with a great soundtrack and you have yourself a winner. Whether it be on Steam, PS4, Xbox or the Switch, Stardew Valley is a must-play for all gamers. This was Hellfire RPGs, thanks for watching. Tell me about your Stardew Valley experience. Did you like it as much as I did? If you liked this video, hit the thumbs up, it helps out a lot. And if you're also an RPG addict, feel free to subscribe for more RPG videos. See you next time.